Good morning! I am about to go cold plunge. I've been starting my days with a cold plunge lately, not every day. More like 3 days a week. I'm trying to get it in when I can, and I'm loving it. But before I go do that, I'm gonna go make my fun functional morning beverage so that I can drink that in the sun after I cold plunge. Today, I am basically just gonna take you through a full day of healthy eating and training and grocery planning. I need to sit down and like make my grocery list and think about what I'm gonna eat for the next few days. So I'll walk you through how I think through that. This is just gonna be a full day of living a healthy lifestyle that promotes optimal health span and longevity, I suppose. Okay, so this is today's fun functional morning beverage. I'm gonna be using some mud water A because it's freaking delicious. Amazing coffee replacement. This has really helped me scale back on my coffee intake. And then B, because it has all these amazing mushrooms in it. Now this is whole mushroom powder, not an extract. So the actual adaptogenic compounds in mud water are less concentrated, but you still get a lot of other cool stuff in these mushrooms when you use the whole powder. So different kinds of benefits, but I'm also combining it with Symbiotica's longevity mushroom blend because this is an extract of, I think, the same mushrooms. To get in a little bit of protein and just some good amino acids, I'm using the Pure Marine Collagen from JS Health to add a little bit of sweetness. I have been loving adding the Beekeeper's Naturals cacao superfood honey, so much so that, as you can see, there's like none left. So I'm literally gonna start this by just pouring hot water into here to kind of get the honey to melt so I can use the rest of this. And then I'm also gonna add just a little bit of maca, mostly because I just kind of have it around and I like the taste and gives a little bit of an energy boost, so that's kind of fun. And then I'm going to combine it with some of my homemade almond and cashew milk that I made the other day. So let's make this thing. I'm trying to get every last drop from here. So hopefully this goes well. I'm just gonna swish it around. Now it's just a tablespoon of this guy, a little bit of this guy, some of this, and then this guy. And we blend. Look at how beautiful it is. It's just life's little pleasures, you know? Okay, time to cold plunge. Then I get to drink this. Here is the plungy machine. By plungy machine, I mean machine that keeps my water cold. My plan is gradually work my way up, or I guess down, in temperature. So I started with only doing this for 30 seconds. I now do 3 minutes, and I'm gradually just gonna start like just bringing the temperature down. Fun stuff. I hate it. I hate the cold. I really hate the cold. Cold and cardio are like two of my least favorite things, and I'm entering the cold and cardio phase of my life right now, doing the cold plunges, doing the cardio, doing the hard things, doing the things that you hate. That's how you grow. I'm growing. I don't wanna. I never wanna. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I feel like someone's gonna yell at me for not putting my arms in. Good enough. We're doing hard things one step at a time. There's no need to make hard things even harder. And that is 3 minutes. Time to get out. Now for my favorite part, lying in the sun while drinking my fun functional morning beverage. So far I have, excuse me, I've supported my immune health, my metabolic health, my brain health, neurotransmitter production. Lots of good stuff comes with cold therapy. Also supported my vitamin D levels, getting in the sun. I did a little meditation while I was laying out there too. So we got support for the stress levels. And now it is time to support my gut health by taking the one and only CDSO1 Daily Symbiotic. In curating my healthy lifestyle that supports all of my goals, one of the things that I try to focus on is things that have the most wide-reaching benefits within the body, because there's a lot that you can do within a healthy lifestyle to support a healthy lifestyle. Some things have a lot wider range of efficacy than others. Supporting your gut health is one of those things. Your gut is so intimately connected to all other pathways of your body that if your gut is off, everything is going to be off. If you can get your gut health on track, it is going to have widespread benefits throughout the whole body. Supporting your gut health in turn supports your immune health, your cardiovascular health, your skin health. It helps with micronutrient synthesis, which can also help support your brain health and your mood. Like, it's connected to everything, which is why Seeds Daily Symbiotic is so powerful, because it's so easy to take. It's a capsule. You take it, you swallow it, you're done, and you have supported whole body functioning and health. And with Seeds Symbiotic in particular, they developed it with that in mind. So all of the science behind the creation of their symbiotic is focused on supporting whole body health, not just gut and digestive health. And so they take that into account when it comes to perfecting the balance of the different strains of bacteria that are included in this. So it's a 24 strain broad spectrum probiotic and prebiotic formula, which is why it's called a symbiotic, because it has both. They work synergistically. Developed for digestive health, gut health, immune health, just whole body systemic health. And they also use a capsule and capsule technology to protect the probiotic. So the probiotic formula is inside of a capsule with a prebiotic formula. So this protects the probiotic as it goes through your stomach, which is very acidic and would normally just destroy any probiotic that you take. And so it ensures that the good bacteria actually make it down to your intestines, which is not the case for most probiotic formulas. So I know that living an intensively healthy lifestyle can be overwhelming for a lot of people, especially if you don't have the passion for it like I do. Like for me, like going out and cold plunging, as much as it's really difficult, like there's something inside. It lights me up to like be doing those kinds of things. I'm very excited to be able to do it. So it's a little bit easier for me to do it. But for those of you who like want to live a long, healthy lifestyle, but don't have the passion for all of these things, or just don't have the time to do all of these things, adding in Seeds Daily Symbiotic is one of the quickest, easiest things you can do to support whole body health and function. So I highly recommend that you check it out. I'll leave a link down in the description box below, and you can use the code FitAndNerdy25 to get yourself 25% off of your first order of Seeds DSO1 Daily Symbiotic. So I am going for a quick little morning walk, like literally like 10 minutes, just to start my day with some movement, get my body moving, get active, because that is one of the best things that you can do for longevity, is staying active, exercising, all that good stuff. But I figured I would kind of walk you guys through what I'm thinking when it comes to my groceries for the next few days and how I'm going to plan my meals. And I'm starting from a place of having like next to no groceries in my fridge, just for reference. So generally what I think about when I'm planning like a few days worth of grocery shopping is breakfast and dinner. If you've watched any of my What I Eat in a Days, you know that I generally just eat like a really big breakfast, a really big dinner, a dessert, and then if I'm hungry during the day, I'll have a snack in the middle, but usually I don't. Honestly, I guess you could count my Fun and Functional morning beverage as like a snack at the beginning of the day too. So it's not like I only consume calories twice a day, but like the majority of my calories are condensed into 2 meals because that's just what makes me feel the best. My chocolate frosty smoothie bowl that has been my staple since I've gotten back and it's been summer is between 800 and 1,000 calories usually, so I'm definitely not depriving myself. It's one of my favorite things to start my day with because not only is it freaking delicious, like it tastes like chocolate ice cream, but also it's full of protein, full of fiber, full of nutrients, full of vegetables, full of healthy fats, full of probiotics, like all of the good things that I like to start my day with. And then for dinner lately, I have really just been craving giant salad bowls. I think partially because I was eating so much like steak and potatoes while I was traveling. My body's like, give me a break, let's have some stuff that's light and fresh. But also, as I've been leaning into eating seasonally more, I've actually found myself craving the more seasonal-esque types of foods. And that's essentially just telling me that I think my body is really genuinely enjoying like eating seasonally and that it feels good for my body. So I'm going to continue to do that. So for dinner, I'm imagining a bowl full of like peaches and chicken and fresh leafy green things and maybe some like quinoa and stuff. I have a couple giant salad bowls saved on Pinterest that I'm probably going to draw inspiration from. So as soon as I get back from this little walk, I'm gonna go look at those. So these are some of my recently saved food pins for some inspo. Ooh, balsamic peach basil chicken salad. Excuse me. This might be the winner, minus the tomatoes. I hate tomatoes. One of the other things that I've loved about seasonal eating is how much it's kind of pushing me in the kitchen to like kind of come up with new stuff, because for a while I kind of just had like my same staples that I would just kind of always eat. But in kind of giving myself guidelines for my food, I'm now having to like figure out ways to craft new meals and stuff within that, and it's making me more creative and just bringing more flavor into my life. And I think balsamic peach basil chicken salad with crispy prosciutto is a flavor that I need in my life. So now my thoughts about my food are essentially, I have my breakfast, I have my dinner. Is this enough total food? Is this enough protein? And then potentially I would ask myself, like, am I getting in roughly 2 cups of vegetables a day? Because that's kind of what I generally try to aim for, not like as a rule every single day, but like if I'm planning for a couple days, then I'm gonna try to make sure that that can happen. But this is very clearly a ginormous salad that will have more than 2 cups of vegetables. So I think we're good there. As far as like total food intake and calorie wise, like I said with my smoothie, that's close to 1,000 calories there, so that's almost half of the intake that I need. I'm a small but active human. I haven't tracked my calories in a very long time, but if I were to guess, I would say I'm probably expending between 2,000 and like 2,300 calories a day. So the question is, with my smoothie plus my fun functional morning beverage plus whatever dessert that I decide to have, because I do have dessert most nights, that's like for sure what's happening. And then will my dinner fill in the gap with enough calories, essentially? And honestly, I think this has a lot of avocado in it. I can always add more avocado. It has a lot of cheese in it. And then beyond that, I think what I'll do is probably make like a base of some white quinoa, and I'll probably cook that with some bone broth and some ghee, which will add in some good calories from fat and just the quinoa and protein in the bone broth. So it'll kind of like round this out. So I think we're good calorie wise. Protein wise, also pretty sure I'm covered because I'm adding chicken to this, and so I can really kind of add as much as I want. And my chocolate frosty smoothie bowl is actually very high in protein. I forget what it is off the top of my head. I don't know, between like 40 and 50 grams of protein maybe? And again, I'm small, so I'm really only aiming for like 100 grams of protein. I could probably get away with less, honestly. Eating seasonally too, with summer, I am not focusing as much on the protein, especially because with my training right now, I also don't need quite as much protein because I'm doing more cardio, less resistance training, which I think is, we can talk about that later or in a different video. I don't know. I'll circle back to it at some point. Okay, and then this is how I do my grocery list. So I have everything organized by like section of the store: produce, animal products, animal product alternatives, drinks, pantry staples, etc., etc. I just kind of have my like go-to list already listed out, and then when I need things, I uncheck it so that when I go to the store, I see what I need to check off. So I basically made my list of the things that I need for that salad and for my smoothie bowl. Then I added other fruit, strawberries, kiwi, cherries maybe, just to have kind of on hand as a snack. I have a couple other things in my fridge that I think will be good for a snack if I need one, so I'm not really gonna go hard on the snacks today. And then the other thing that is not part of those 2 meals is getting kombucha. I like to have the Rebel protein drinks on hand just kind of as a snack, and because they're a good source of protein with some pretty good ingredients. And then I love me some coconut water, so I'm gonna get some of that, and that's pretty much it. So I think we're ready to go grocery shopping. And my plan is, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm judging me. My plan is to go to Erewhon because I actually don't have anything here for breakfast right now. So I wanna kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get my groceries, get a smoothie from there, drink that so that I have something in my stomach so I can go to the gym as soon as that has been digested. Also, I haven't been to Erewhon in a very, very long time, and I feel like treating myself, so. Shall we do a little pre-grocery fit check? Got this set from 437. It's cute. I like it. I got my Viva Barefoots. I got my cat. And then, of course, I've got my Holistic Fitness Club jacket, which you can find at holisticfitnesslabs.com. Is my merch. It's a cool jacket. Lots of pockets inside, pockets outside. And it says Holistic Fitness Club. It's very exciting. You can get it. holisticfitnesslabs.com. Check it out. It is now time for the gym, which means it's time for me to make my hydration elixir. Not actually that complicated or interesting, but I have been getting into the habit of making sure that I'm adding electrolytes to my water to make it more hydrating and to help with the absorption of the water. So now whenever I fill up my trusty water bottle, I always add a pack of Pure Hydration. This has all the electrolytes plus like a bunch of other cool stuff to help with hydration and also sports performance. So that's why I usually fill it up right before. I just inhaled some of the powder. That's why I always fill it up right before the gym. And then I also throw in some vitamin C. This is less for hydration, more for a theory I have about my skin and possibly being histamine intolerant, and vitamin C helps with histamine. So I've just been throwing this in to see what happens. I'm gonna make a whole video very soon, maybe my next video, about kind of where I'm at with my skin journey and stuff, because it has been a journey. That's really it. It's literally just vitamin C and electrolytes. And then on days when I don't get out in the sun, I add some vitamin D as well with K2 and CoQ10, but I got plenty of sun today, so I don't think I need that. So today's gym sesh is actually gonna be relatively chill, I think. I've officially started my cardio journey. Marissa learns to run 10 miles. Yay. I actually just reached out to a couple clinics that do like running gait assessments, but I'm gonna go get my running gait analyzed because the last thing I wanna do is start run hundreds of thousands of steps with poor form and then just kind of like solidify that poor form by doing it over and over and over again, right? Because running is an extremely repetitive movement, and so if you're doing something slightly off, that kind of just gets amplified because of the number of reps you're doing, which is why so many people get so injured running. So I want to start out on the right foot, pun intended, and just start with like a gait analysis. But anyway, all that is to say, today is going to be a relatively chill day at the gym. Today's supposed to be cardio and mobility, so just 20 minutes of cardio and then 20 minutes of mobility work. So I think I'm just going to do like the elliptical or the Stairmaster and do it at a rate that keeps my heart rate relatively elevated for 20 minutes. And then just go through some basic mobility and that'll be it. So let's go. That workout actually felt so good, as much as I hate to say it because it's like my two least favorite things, cardio and mobility, but I feel really good right now. So I went to Whole Foods to get the basil and the oregano, but I ended up walking out with a whole bag of goodies. Honestly, most of this is stuff that I would have bought at Erewhon if it weren't so insanely expensive. Like one of these at Erewhon was like $7. Whole Foods had a sale where it was 3 for $9. So I bought 3. Then I was out of regular honey, so I got regular honey, and you guys saw that I ran out of the cacao superfood honey, and there was a tag on it that said last chance. So I was really worried that like the product has gotten discontinued or something, so I bought it, or else I would have just like waited to buy it on Thrive Market because I probably would have saved money doing that. But when it might be a last chance, you gotta get that cacao superfood honey. I also got some Sunwinks, honestly just because they were on sale if I bought 2.
So I bought 2.
And my favorite, this will probably be my dessert tonight, Kitchen milk chocolate. Just for the sake of completing this haul so that you see everything that's in my bag, I also got some incense for my room because Why not? All right, dinner has commenced. I'm cooking some quinoa in the bone broth with some ghee. I have my balsamic peaches prepped with some balsamic vinegar and honey. Those are gonna go in the cast iron. Also, this little one is helping me cook. Thanks, Cleo. I feel like all of my culinary dreams are just coming true right now. Like, this chicken smells so freaking good. I had a little bit of balsamic in it as well, but the basil, so good. We got the arugula and quinoa. We got these beautifully caramelized. Is that technically caramelization? I don't know. There's a honey and balsamic on it, and they're grilled and they're beautiful. Then we got the crispy prosciutto. This is everything I wanted in life, at least for dinner for tonight. Is this not one of the most spectacular salads you have ever seen? I almost don't want to eat it because it's so glorious, but I'm just gonna make it less pretty with some balsamic vinegar. We're gonna try it. I want to see if I can get like a little bit of everything. Need some cheese and a little arugula. We got a bite with a little bit of everything. I'm so happy. I recently discovered this gluten-free mochi in the store the other day, and I have become obsessed because for the longest time I couldn't find gluten-free mochi, and to be fair, I haven't looked in quite a while because after a while of looking at all the mochi years ago and it all having gluten, I just kind of gave up. And then I found it. So now I'm kind of just binging mochi. So this is gonna be my dessert because it sounds freaking amazing right now. So other than what you guys have seen, I've basically just been working at my desk, mostly finalizing my last video on longevity, which I'm so excited about. If you haven't seen that video yet, this is like the thing that gets me most excited about health and fitness is longevity and health span. And so I had a great time making that video. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But I am quite ready to stop working and call it a night and get ready for bed. And this is where I really have kind of another one of my big staple things in my healthy lifestyle is essentially my sleep. Treating my sleep as sacred and having my whole sleep routine. The routine itself is not as sacred. It's not like I stick to something very specifically and I'm very regimented about the routine. Generally, it's like pretty much the same every night as far as like I shower and I brush my teeth and I give myself time to relax and wind down and all of that good stuff. But the sleep routine for me is really about creating a buffer between like work and life and sleep so that I'm not going straight from like the stress of work or just like life stuff and then trying to go straight to sleep. Having that time and space to really separate myself mentally from everything else, I think has been huge in helping me improve my sleep quality. So how this normally goes for me is when I make the decision to like start getting ready for bed, I say, Alexa, turn Marissa's lights red. I don't know if you saw that, but I turned my ceiling lights red. I'm gonna turn off that lamp over there because it's very bright. And I basically make sure that all of the light that I'm going by is reddish in hue so that I'm not getting exposed to a ton of blue light because that is just going to stimulate my brains and make my brains think that it is daytime and not time for sleepy sleeps. We're gonna minimize this guy, get the nice chill vibes going. Got that Himalayan salt lamp. Step number 2 is I jump in the shower, mostly because I'm a diehard night shower. I can't stand the idea of going to bed grimy and sweaty, like TMI, but my feet are gross right now. I'm not gonna put them in my nice clean bed. But also on the health side of it, showering at night actually kind of helps get your body into sleep because there's a shift that happens in your body temperature when you're falling asleep where your internal body temperature drops by a couple degrees. And so when you're in a warm shower and you've elevated your body temperature and you get out and your body starts cooling down, it starts to notice that internal shift. And so you're internally kind of putting your body into a sleep state, not into a sleep state, but like getting it ready for sleep by starting that temperature shift. So I'm gonna get clean real quick. I am clean. It is now time for my oral care routine. Not gonna lie, my oral care routine is a bit of an extensive process. I floss, I tongue scrape, I oil pull, I brush my teeth, and I brush my gums. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, your microbiome is connected to everything, and your gut really is like the central hub of your microbiome, but your mouth is connected to your gut. All of the good and bad things that make it to your gut go through your mouth first. So if your oral microbiome is off, that could disrupt everything below it as well. It's also really important for like nitric oxide absorption, a whole bunch of things. Basically, I'm trying to take good care of my teeth. I am gonna show you my plan for my oil pulling, which is, while I do that, I am going to red light therapy. So I'm gonna toss some of this, oh god, I can't even see, some of this in my mouth and swish for 10 minutes while this counts down. And I'll just stick my little face in front of it, get the red light, get the oil pulling, and get all the benefits all at the same time. Last thing before I settle in to actually unwind is making my nighttime glass of water, which is not going to be just a plain glass of water because that's boring. I'm going to add some molecular hydrogen to it. Molecular hydrogen is actually very cool. It's a very powerful antioxidant. It has a lot of other really cool benefits. So you just drop it in there and it starts creating all the bubbles. And then I'm also adding the mellow magnesium from Ned, just to get a little magnesium in. I really should have done this before I brushed my teeth, but I forgot. Just doing it now. So now, as I sip my little beverage, this is the time when I just take a chunk of time to unwind, to not think about work, to not be doing life, to just chill. Sometimes this can look like reading a book, sometimes it can be journaling, sometimes it can be a little bit of writing. I guess essentially doing anything that kind of feels like a mental escape, a mental break, and something that's not going to be so stimulating that it's going to be hard to fall asleep. So tonight, I actually feel like I would benefit from a bit of journaling. And I think before I sign off, one thing I want to emphasize when it comes to living a fit and healthy lifestyle and living a lifestyle that promotes health span and longevity and all of that. For me, this comes from a very intrinsically motivated place, but B has also developed very slowly over time. Like if you go back to my first few videos on this channel, I wasn't doing any of this. I was like just starting to learn about fitness and nutrition, and I was still just as excited about diving into that, but I knew so much less than I know now. And the steps that I've taken along the way to get to where I am now were like, I incorporate a cold plunge regularly, I incorporate a sun bath regularly, I incorporate red light therapy regularly, I have a bunch of fun fancy supplements that really support my body and where I'm at on my journey. Like getting to this point took years. It took a lot of different steps. It took a lot of different missteps. It took a lot of research. It took me going through a whole health crisis with my skin and really having to dive in depth because of that. And no matter where I've been in my journey, even when I was nowhere close to where I am now, I was always just doing the best with the information that I had available and the resources that I had available. And that's really all you can ask of yourself. So the point that I'm trying to make here is, if you're not doing all the fancy, crazy, biohacky things, if you're just trying to work on getting to the gym consistently and eating 2 cups of vegetables a day, and that's where you're at, like, that's okay. Like, I am 6 years deep into dedicating a good chunk of my life to learning about all of this and implementing all of this. And there's also absolutely no way that, like, if at the beginning of my journey, if I could like have snapped my fingers and known everything that I know now, there's no way I would have been able to implement it all at once. I would not have been able to go from 0 to 100. I would have been so overwhelmed. Building these habits in and learning to enjoy them has taken a lot of time. So wherever you're at, make sure you're taking your time. Make sure you are enjoying the journey, because really, what is the point if you're not enjoying the journey? Like, if the whole point of being healthy or even of losing fat is to be able to enjoy your life more and find more value in yourself, etc., like whatever it may be, suffering in order to get there is kind of the antithesis of what you're trying to achieve. Focus on enjoying the process, take things a step at a time, and everything will fall into place. And with that, I think I am going to start journaling and then go to bed. So if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Make sure you check out Seed, linked in the description box below. Discount code FitAndNerdy25 for 25% off. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your gym buddies. If you want to see more content like this, all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!